Yo, what is up guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are back on the World Cup mode. As you guys do see in the title, is football coming home? I want to know your guys' opinion in the comment section down below. Guys, today we're going to be going into a game with our squad. We are going to have the man himself, who should have gotten man of the match, but was absolutely robbed by EA. We have Jordan Pickford on the screen. As you see, he's 79 rated, he should be an 83 and 84, but he was fantastic. That save at the end of the game that he made to get it into the corner before Yerry Mina scored was incredible, and overall he had a great game, especially saving a penalty. But we're gonna go into the game and let's get into it. Drop a like if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on. I'll see you guys in the game. So into the game we do go. We come up against upgraded Mbappe and CR7. He has Kyle Walker, who had a decent game for England at right back, with Nacho Monreal being the weak link of the team, with a very attacking midfield, no defensive players at all. Defense is solid, and then Ter Stegen is a very good goalkeeper. Hopefully we can pull out a win. Let's see what we can do. So of course today we had England play against Colombia in our match that was a bit later in the day, and we also had Sweden play against Switzerland. So just briefly touching on that game, I completely thought Sweden was going to win, and I think I'm gonna say that at the end of the video actually, but I think Sweden's a great team, and they are very difficult to play against just because they are so defensive, and we are 1-0 up already. But they have a very physical team, a very tall team, and overall they're a great solid team, which is why they nearly tied with Germany, and why they beat Mexico, and why they beat South Korea, and they're overall solid team. They're very hard to break down and all that stuff. But yeah, just wanted to touch on that really quick. If you guys haven't already as well, I have done a review on the man of the match 94 rated Neymar, which was released yesterday after Brazil did get a 2-0 win against Mexico. So go check that out if you haven't already. A very similar video to this, except we're not talking about a topic. We actually are just kind of chilling in the game and giving you guys my opinion on the player himself. So what did I think of England's performance today? I overall thought it was a solid performance, but is it convincing for me to be like, okay, yeah, football's coming home, England is gonna win it? I don't think it is, just because it was a Colombia side without James, and yeah, normally people would say, okay, a team isn't defined by one player, and I completely agree, but James is so influential and so key to Colombia's game. You could see it in the first half, how Colombia didn't have a way to connect the midfield and the attack, and they were just sending balls into Falcao and all that stuff, and it wasn't working in the beginning, until the ref called a pen against Colombia as Carlos Sanchez brought Harry Kane down in the box. Referee was awful the whole game, to be completely honest. I would say he was just equally as bad for both teams. Sometimes even he was a bit like against Colombia at sometimes, but overall the referee was not very good at all, and he didn't know how to control the game and all that stuff, and I didn't like it. It was pretty poor refereeing, and I thought I hope he's not a referee for any other World Cup games. Standout players from the game against Colombia for England, in my opinion, were like Kieran Trippier. Kieran Trippier had a great game. Oh, what a save from Pickford. Standout players from England, in my opinion, were Jordan Pickford was great. Trippier was actually very solid as well. His penalty was very good. We're gonna get into that in a sec, but his passing ability is incredible, man. It's so good. And he is just an incredible wingback for England. This guy just rage quit. So I don't want to go into another game. You guys are just gonna have to listen to me talk and open this pack really quick. But overall, England, when we got the goal by Yerry Mina. I said incredible save from Jordan Pickford, but from an insane shot that came out of nowhere. But yeah, it was a great save by him. Great header by Yerry Mina, man. He scored 3 goals in 3 games for Colombia. It was incredible for them. We got Funes Mori. But yeah, England for the pens. When we went to pens, I thought Jordan Henderson's pen was, yeah, it was definitely one that Ospina should have saved, and it was good, but Jordan Pickford's save was game-changing because he dived this way and he put his arm out above him, which you don't see many goalkeepers doing, and it was just an incredible save, and I definitely think he should have gotten man of the match on FIFA at least, but Trippier ended up picking that up. We also have the Yerry Mina and then the Grankvist card, which looks decent as well. But overall, England are on to the next round. They are on to the quarterfinals, and they fight against Sweden on Saturday, Friday, something like that, or maybe Sunday. I don't know. One of the two. It's probably Saturday. It's probably the second game on Saturday, but they play against Sweden for a place in the semifinals, which is crazy to think about. And good luck to both of the teams. I definitely think England are going to struggle against Sweden. If they play how they did today, and they sit back against a team like Sweden, I don't think they're going to beat them. And I think Sweden have shown that they can either play defensively how they did against Mexico or Germany, and I don't know how they played against Mexico, but I know how they played against Korea Republic. I know Korea is a bit of a weaker team and they defend as well, but Sweden have shown that they can take control of the game and attack the goal and win still at the same time. So they can do both. They have very strong players, they have very tall players, even though they don't have that star. I would guess you could say the star right now is Grankvist or Fraser Forsberg. My Elgato just disconnected, which it's been doing, it's just why I didn't want to record. I know that's why it's super dark here now, but okay, there we go. We got it back. But overall, do I think who would I say, Sweden or England? Who would I say is going through? Now, I know I have a bunch of English viewers, so I'm sorry I'm gonna have to say this, but I think Sweden is gonna pull off the upsets. Why? I'm sorry if you guys don't want to talk. If you guys don't want to hear me talk about this, then go ahead, click off the video. Drop a like if you haven't already, by the way, before you click off. But I just want to talk about this because I want to get my opinion out there, and I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below as well. So, England played against Iceland at the Euro, and Iceland were a very defensive team, and they beat England and advanced to the next round against, what was it, France, I believe it was, in the semifinal or something like that. And then France beat them and went on to the final against Portugal to lose against Portugal. Iceland were a very defensive team. They beat England. England struggled against Iceland. Iceland was a very defensive team. Sweden's a very defensive team. They have been amazing as of late. Sweden. Grankvist has been fantastic. Forsberg has been fantastic. And overall, they play better as they're a more complete team. When England struggle and when England kind of, I don't want to say choke, but when things like this happen, when Colombia scores against England in the final minutes in the dying games, everyone's like, oh, typical England and all that stuff. I know these players are a bit young from England. They're like the generation, like next World Cup, if they develop how they should develop, England's going to have an incredible World Cup roster. So overall, I think I'm going to have to give this one to Sweden. I think they can pull off the upset. I just want to see England do well. If England do well, if they get past Sweden, I can see them going all the way. And yeah, hopefully beating Brazil in the final, which would be a very, very good final. So yeah, this guys will be the end of the video. Hope you guys did enjoy the video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys thought about this kind of video, and go check out my Neymar video from yesterday. I'll see you guys next video. Have a nice day.